When you were younger and you played at sort of a little pitch, wasn't it? Everyone wanted to be a striker.
Yeah.
Everyone had turned up to training with their like Ronaldo haircut.
And
his
everyone followed the
materials.
ball. Nobody
It's
stayed in
not
their
until
positions.
you're older you actually appreciate the more defensive side. Because the whole thing was scoring goals. I don't know what it was like for you.
No, everyone wants to score goals.
Everyone that I knew and everyone I played with, it was kind of like, you want the goals because you want the personal glory. You don't get the satisfaction of a team win until you're older, and then you appreciate the game.
Turning up to school on a Monday, having like banged a few goals for your Saturday morning team, you were the boy. You'd walk into that classroom.
If you scored a goal against some players that go to your school
Go to
as
your
well,
school.
That's
Mate.
a gold one, mate.
You'd feel on top of the world, wouldn't you?
Josh, you were talking about you playing for Watlington when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that obviously as you were older you didn't have the same opportunities, or there were more opportunities then because of something that got set up?
Oh, yeah. So, moving on to the next stage for our podcast. Thank you, Cheese. So, obviously, where I live, the town that I live is quite rural Oxfordshire, so there's not a lot of stuff going along. And there wasn't a lot of opportunities for young people wanting to play as there would be in sort of like a city scenario. So, someone in my town called Gabby set up a soccer school to help kids around our area get into grassroots football easier, and also to help that development from youth to men's football. So I caught up with Gabby to ask him a few questions about this.
So I basically just thought I'd talk through some of the articles that I wrote for our student-run website called Sport of Call. It's basically like a portfolio for our work. And obviously, since we've been in lockdown, I thought one of the articles that would have been something good to read was it was a throwback to when Juventus were knocked out of the Europa League by Fulham. It was like 10 years ago to the day of the game. And I just kind of went through like the events of the game, but also their Europa League run, added in some highlights of the game at the bottom of the article as well. I just thought then that way it'd be a good way to bridge the gap for some of the teams. And then I also am a big fan of the NFL, and obviously it's become more and more of it's become much more popular in the UK in the last few years. Since we've had the Wembley and now Tottenham games. So I wrote an article basically comparing Premier League teams to NFL teams, just to see like who British fans might want to support in the NFL, because obviously at that point the season was still continuing and we were just reaching the playoffs. So I just thought that was a good way for English fans to link to a game that they maybe don't watch as often.